And we're back with Trend Nation. We have a special guest here. Her name is Miss Feleicia Green. She is an author, model, screenwriter, actress, makes a hell of a cornbread. And we just want to ask her a few questions so you can get to meet who Miss Feleicia Green is. So we want to welcome you and thank you for being our guest co-host.
Yes,
Thank you. I enjoyed every moment of it, but if you're going to introduce me right.
Right, you know
I'm sorry.
Right, tell the truth.
What did I leave out?
Shame the devil.
I'm a nurse, screenwriter, model, actress, director, film director, part-time superhero.
I forgot that one. I'm sorry.
What about the bling bling?
Oh, and plus, she is the future Mrs. Chris Greer.
Yay!
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I did what Beyonce said. I put a ring on it.
Nice.
So, Miss Green.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you again for coming to see us. Let's start off with you being an author. How many books have you written? What are they about? Just tell us a little bit about them.
Okay. Well, I've always written things. I make up stories every day, as you know. I sit up and make up stories. And writing is always something I love to do. So I think I'm up to 6 or 7 books, and I've written over 50 for other people. So the first book I had was called Dear God, Can You Hear Me? It's a prayer journal. At the lowest point of my life, I felt like no one was listening to me. And then I had to think, okay, God is there. So I have this daily journal of writing to God. When I was younger, I used to write to God all the time. And so when I went through a terrible time of my life in a marriage that I'm now divorced from, I used to wish I had someone to talk to, and I forgot that God is always there. Right. So that's where we started with that one. And then the second one was called the Mom Boss Journal, because I get every day, how do you do what you do? I have 4 children. I homeschool 2 of them, and I'm a nurse, and he listed everything that I do, and I still take time for my family. And the biggest answer to that is I schedule everything. I have a command center in my home where schedules are written down. I know where everybody's going, what they need to do ahead of time. I don't do spur of the moment anything, because as a single parent, you have to be able to juggle when you don't have help.
That's true.
So that was that book. And then the third book is called Beautifully Broken. And I paused on that book because it's a little difficult for me to write because of the things that I went through. And it's more about me going from feeling like a no one to finally realizing that I'm beautiful only 5 years ago. Wow. That's that book. And then I wrote another book about racism. And I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it, but I co-wrote that one. Why can't I think of the name of
You know
that?
what? It's on the tip of my tongue.
It's like right there.
Yeah.
But that was during the George Floyd and, you know, all of that going on. And I had a friend of mine in LA and asked me to help him write a book. So he was actually in LA during the riots and was taking pictures. So I detailed the stories and he took the pictures and we combined the book.
Nice.
Yeah, it was excellently illustrated by those pictures. They were thought-provoking and also shocking because we were going through a lot of things during that time. Another quick question, what can you tell new authors about how they can actually get started in writing books, you're also a screenwriter, so how can you help them along with going into those types of industries?
The biggest thing is to write. You know, we hear so much negativity from people. The minute I start back writing, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. Yes, I can. And if you follow your purpose, God's going to provide the avenue. The biggest thing I see with authors is worrying about selling their books. You have to get out in front of people. You have to get on social media. I wasn't on social media till about 6 years ago. You know, so you have to get out in the front and you have to be your own biggest cheerleader and not worry about what everyone has to say. And I would just say, just get started, just do it. And it will happen, because that's exactly what happened to me. I was writing books, met another person, learned to write screenplays, started educating other people, went to model, got into a movie, 9 movies later, 20 magazines later. So it just and
awesome.
the latest screenplay I've written, we got $6 million to film it. We go to production in August.
Wow.
So God will put the people in your path.
Right.
You have to start first.
That's true.
Faith without works is dead.
Oh, I
right.
love it.
That's
I
good
know
stuff.
when you mentioned about the journal to God. Actually, I call him the Most High Yah. I was doing that, you know, and I have been doing it for years. But the fact to have a journal out there for that, I am going to purchase your journal for that. Is it still
And I will
out there?
give you
Is
the
it-
link.
Yeah,
Okay. I was
I
about
would
to say, where
purchase
can we
that
find it?
because I actually have, you know, all these journals of my own, and I have a variety of journals for different reasons.
Right.
And one of those were to the Most High Yah. And I think just the starting your book I'll start this year, April. We're in April? We're in
Yes.
April. April. I'm going to order it, so in April, I'll start with your book, your journal.
All of the books are found on Amazon, but I'll do one better for you. I will give you one. I have a whole box of them. So,
Yes,
I'll
yes,
give
I
you
love
one.
that.
All right, one more question because we need to wrap up because we'll be here for hours talking about everything that you do.
Yeah, see, like
as
you
an-
just got
as an actress, how long have you been acting, and who have you worked with?
a whole 5 minutes. But no, it kind of just fell into place almost a year ago. And I've worked with him. That's how
course.
I met Christopher on a movie. I've worked with Amari Hardwick, Elise Neal, Tyler Perry. Just did that last week. So it has progressed super fast. And I'm now represented by Gil Talent.
All right.
That's
So I'm
wonderful.
super excited about it, about where it's going.
All praises to the Most High Yah. Her
Amen.
life is
Right.
good. That's why you clenching on. Look.
Shoot,
We done found out what's really going on over here.
Shoot, I wasn't playing. I was like,
Chris found a diamond, not in the rough. She was already sitting out
was
there.
already
He was
diamond.
like, wait, let me head over to the bling. And then he bought her a bling.
Well,
yeah.
I have to say I peeped him first.
Ah,
actually.
Christopher.
Yeah, she said, she looked at me and I was like, hey, how
And
are
she had them
you?
eyes, come hither.
Right. Well,
Yes.
he actually asked me to marry him after 10 minutes of us meeting.
That's right.
They say a man
That's
knows.
right.
A
we were
man
told, we
knows.
were
A
total
real man
strangers.
knows.
Total strangers, and after 10 minutes, found out that our last name was Green. I said, you know what? If we were to get married, all you have to do is just change one letter. Change it from Green to Greer. And she says, okay, I'm down.
I love it.
And so,
This is match made in
yeah, exactly,
This is it.
exactly.
I told myself, I just got to let my kids know.
And she said they'll be fine with it.
I love it.
But definitely, we want to thank you, Miss Green, for gracing us with your presence.
Yes, thank you.
And we're going to be back in a second. We're going to have some of the top stories: Kanye, Kim Kardashian, the slap heard across the world, and other things. Just stay tuned. This is Trend Nation.
Trend Nation.